Why do we fall? Because life isn't fair. Because no one is coming to save you. Because the world doesn't care about your tears, your excuses, or your pain. And that realization should hurt, it should wake you up. You have been knocked down, betrayed, abandoned, and left behind. You have cried yourself to sleep at night, wondering why life had to be this cruel. But listen to me right now. You are still here. You're still breathing. And as long as there's air in your lungs, you are not done. Falling is not the end, it's the beginning. Falling is the greatest teacher life has to offer. You don't grow when everything is perfect. You grow when you are on the floor, staring at the ceiling, questioning everything, and you have to make a decision: stay down or get back up. We fall because pain forges strength. Think about it, the strongest people you know aren't the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who went through hell and made it out. They are the ones who got rejected 100 times but showed up for the 101st. They are the ones who were laughed at, doubted, insulted, but turned all of that into fuel. Pain creates warriors, not comfort. Comfort creates weakness. When you fall, life is asking you one simple question: how bad do you want it? Do you want it enough to get back up again? Do you want it enough to keep going when your friends have given up on you, when no one claps for you, when no one believes in you? Do you want it enough to risk being laughed at again, to risk failing again, to risk feeling this pain again, because that's what greatness demands? We fall to destroy the old version of ourselves. The weak, soft, undisciplined version of you cannot survive where you are going. Every failure you face is breaking that old you apart. Every heartbreak, every loss, every disappointment is chiseling away your weakness and revealing the strongest version of you that has ever existed. Falling teaches you humility. It reminds you that you are not invincible. It shows you that you must grow, adapt, and work harder. Falling reminds you that life owes you nothing, that you must earn everything. But here's the truth: most people stay down. Most people never get back up. They fall once and they quit. They fail once and they give up. They allow life to beat them into submission, and then they spend the rest of their lives bitter, angry, and blaming everyone but themselves. Don't be like them. If you are listening to me right now, I want you to promise yourself that you will never stay down again. You will fall, yes, we all do, but you will always rise. You will rise faster. You will rise stronger. You will rise louder. We fall so that we can inspire others with our comeback. Do you understand how powerful your story could be if you refuse to quit? One day, someone will look at your journey and say, "Because they didn't give up, I didn't give up." You might not realize it, but your fight could save someone else's life one day. Your refusal to stay down might give someone else permission to stand up. This is why falling matters, because the comeback is what creates legends. Nobody respects a life that was easy. Nobody is inspired by someone who never got hurt. The world loves a comeback story, and your life could be the greatest comeback story ever told. Pain creates strength. You cannot become powerful by living an easy life. You cannot expect greatness if you have never been broken. The truth is, pain is not your enemy, it is your coach. It is life's way of sharpening you, molding you, turning you into someone capable of carrying the weight of success. Every single time you hurt, every time you feel like the world is against you, every time you are betrayed, rejected, or humiliated, you are being trained for a bigger fight. People want strength without the struggle. They want success without the suffering, but that is not how life works. Pain is the price you pay for transformation. When life hits you hard, it is not trying to destroy you, it is trying to teach you. The pain you feel right now is shaping you into a person who will be unrecognizable a year from now if you choose to embrace it instead of running from it. Pain burns away your weakness, it strips you of your excuses, it forces you to face the truth about who you are and what you are capable of. When you feel pain, that is the moment you must keep pushing. When you feel pain, that is where growth begins. Pain is the border between the old you and the new you. The old you wants comfort, the old you wants the easy way out, the old you wants to quit. But pain invites you to cross that border, to become a version of yourself that is unbreakable. Think of every great warrior, every champion, every successful person you admire. They all had to go through pain. They all had to sacrifice, to struggle, to suffer. They were tested again and again, and pain was the tool that carved their greatness. When life throws pain at you, most people complain, they cry, they ask, why me? But winners ask, what is this pain teaching me? You must change the way you see pain. Pain is a blessing disguised as suffering. The moment you see pain as your ally instead of your curse, you gain power over it. There will be days when the pain feels unbearable, when you want to give up, when you feel like you can't take another step. That's when you must remind yourself this pain is temporary, but the strength it gives you is permanent. Every time you push through pain, you level up. You become harder to break, harder to stop, harder to defeat. One day you will look back and thank your pain because it turned you into a warrior. Without it, you would still be weak, still be fragile, still be soft. Pain is the reason you grow. Pain is the reason you fight. Pain is the reason you win. Failure builds character, and character is what carries you when motivation dies. You cannot know who you truly are until you have failed, until you have been humiliated, until you have had everything fall apart in front of you. Failure strips away the fake image you have of yourself and forces you to face reality. When you fail, you see exactly how much you are willing to fight for what you say you want. It's easy to talk about dreams. It's easy to post quotes about discipline. It's easy to pretend you are committed when life is comfortable. But failure is the ultimate test. It exposes the truth. When you fail, you have two choices. You can quit and prove to yourself that you were never serious, or you can get up and rebuild with twice the focus. Every time you choose to rise after failure, you build a layer of character. You become tougher, sharper, and more dangerous to anything that tries to stop you in the future. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every winner has failed more times than you have even tried. Every great fighter has lost battles before they became champions. Every business empire was built on foundations of mistakes, setbacks, and painful lessons. Failure is life's way of asking, do you really want this? Most people answer by walking away. They don't get back up. They let the pain of losing define them. But if you are listening to this, you are not most people. You cannot let one failure write your story. Failure is a tool, a weapon, a teacher. When you fail, don't just get angry, get better. Study why you failed, learn from it, adjust, evolve, then go again, stronger and smarter. Failure becomes dangerous when you use it to sharpen your mind instead of weaken your heart. The truth is, failure humbles you. It teaches you that you are not entitled to victory just because you worked hard once. It reminds you that success must be earned every single day. And that humility is powerful because it forces you to raise your standards, to stop cutting corners, to stop wasting time, to stop lying to yourself. Failure forces you to grow into someone worthy of the life you are chasing. Without failure, you would stay the same person forever, soft, complacent, and blind to your weaknesses. So when you fail again, and you will take it personally, but not emotionally, don't cry about it, don't hide from it, don't blame others. Own it, fix it, and use it as fuel. Every failure is a brick you lay on the road to your comeback. One day, when you finally win, you will realize that your failures were not there to destroy you. They were there to prepare you. Every time life knocks you down, you have one mission: rise stronger. Not just to get back where you were, but to become a version of yourself that is harder to break, harder to stop, harder to destroy. That's the difference between ordinary people and unstoppable ones. Ordinary people get up and complain about being knocked down. Unstoppable people get up, study why they fell, and come back twice as sharp, twice as dangerous, twice as focused. Falling down is not failure. Staying the same after you rise is failure. If life drops you to your knees, you should come back with fire in your eyes, not fear in your heart. When you rise stronger every time, you turn your setbacks into fuel. That breakup you thought would destroy you, use it to build the best version of yourself physically and mentally. That business deal that collapsed, use it to build a smarter strategy and come back more prepared. That betrayal from someone you trusted, use it to develop sharper instincts and a higher standard for the people you allow into your life. Rising stronger means nothing can break you permanently. You might bend, but you will not shatter. Each time you rise, you prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. You start to trust yourself because you know that no matter what happens, you will find a way back. That trust is powerful. It makes you fearless because you stop being scared of losing. You've already lost before and you survived. You've already been at rock bottom and you stood up again. Once you understand that nothing can truly defeat you unless you choose to stay down, you become dangerous to failure itself. Most people stay broken after they fall. They let one bad chapter define their entire book. Don't let that be you. You have to write a better comeback story every single time life pushes you back. Every scar you carry is proof that you refuse to give up. Every wound you've healed from is proof that you are stronger than pain. Every time you rise, you are building a reputation with yourself that says, "I don't quit. I don't stay down. I rise harder every single time." You can't control how many times life will knock you down, but you can control how many times you get back up. And every time you do, come back better. Come back with a lesson. Come back with a new level of hunger. Come back with a level of discipline that makes the old you look weak. That is how champions are built. Not by avoiding the fall, but by rising stronger every single time they hit the ground. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the plot twist that makes your story worth telling. Every setback is an invitation to stage a comeback so powerful that it silences everyone who ever doubted you. When life pushes you back, it is not saying stop. It is saying prove it. Prove that you meant what you said. Prove that you have the courage to keep going. Prove that you can take the hit and still stand. Your setback is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that you are being prepared for something greater. The truth is, no comeback can exist without a setback. The bigger the setback, the more legendary the comeback will be. Think about every underdog story that inspires you. It's never about someone who had it easy. It's about someone who was counted out, written off, beaten down, and came back to dominate. That is what makes people respect you. That is what makes people remember you. Your comeback will be the reason people say your name years from now. But you have to decide right now that you are going to turn your pain into power. Most people use setbacks as an excuse to stop trying. They cry, they complain, they point fingers, and they let the world break them. You must be different. You must use the setback as a reason to go harder, to train harder, to work longer, to become sharper. The world respects results, not excuses. Your job is to turn your lowest point into the foundation for your highest victory. Turning setbacks into comebacks means refusing to be a victim. It means refusing to let your circumstances define you. You take the betrayal, the loss, the heartbreak, the failure, and you turn it into a weapon. You let it build discipline, resilience, and focus inside you. You let it light a fire so intense that no one can put it out. Setbacks can either break you or build you, decide. When you finally rise from a setback, don't just come back quietly. Come back louder, come back stronger, come back so changed that people barely recognize you. Come back with a mindset so unshakable that nothing can pull you back down again. Let your success speak so loudly that your enemies have no choice but to sit in silence. Your life can be a testimony of how comebacks are done. One day, people will ask you how you did it, how you went from the bottom to the top. And you will smile because you will know that every setback was worth it. Every setback was a setup for the comeback that made you unstoppable. Never stay down. That is the rule you must live by if you want to become unstoppable. Life is going to hit you, and sometimes it's going to hit you so hard you don't even want to get back up. There will be nights when you are alone, when nobody is cheering for you, when no one even cares if you keep going or not. That is where most people quit. That is where most people decide that maybe their dream was too big, maybe their goal was impossible, maybe their fight is not worth it. But you are not most people. You cannot afford to stay down, because the moment you stay down, everything you have ever fought for dies. The world does not feel sorry for those who stay down. It moves on. It forgets you. If you do not get back up, you erase yourself from the game, and the game will not pause for you. That is why you must rise no matter how many times you are knocked down. You must rise when you are tired. You must rise when you are humiliated. You must rise when you are broken. Get up with your pain. Get up with your scars. Get up with your doubts screaming at you, but get up anyway. Because every time you do, you prove to yourself that you are unbreakable. Never staying down is not about being fearless, it's about being relentless. Fear will still be there, pain will still be there, but you must move through it. You must turn your fear into fuel. You must turn your pain into progress. Every second you stay down, you give up ground. You give power to the people and circumstances that put you there. Don't let them win. Show them that no matter how many times they knock you down, you will keep standing back up until they are too tired to fight you anymore. Life rewards those who refuse to quit. The opportunities you are chasing, the goals you want to achieve, the respect you dream of earning, they are waiting on the other side of your resilience. If you stay down, you never reach them. If you get up again and again, eventually life has no choice but to give you what you earned. So make this decision today. No matter what happens, you will never stay down again. If life breaks you, you will rebuild. If life rejects you, you will try again. If life humiliates you, you will rise with dignity and fight harder. Every single time. Never staying down is how legends are born. It is how ordinary people become extraordinary. You have it inside you right now. You just have to decide that nothing, no failure, no loss, no pain will ever keep you down again. So now you understand why we fall. We fall to learn, to grow, to transform into something far stronger than we were before. Pain forged you into a weapon. Failure carved out the truth of who you are. Every time you got up, you became harder to stop. Every setback was fuel, and every comeback became part of your legend. And now you stand here with a choice: stay broken or rise and take control of your life. You must promise yourself that you will never stay down again. You will fight through the pain, through the doubt, through the rejection. Because every single moment you rise after a fall, you are proving to yourself that nothing can destroy you. That is the ultimate power, the power of unbreakable will. People will doubt you, they will laugh at you, they will tell you that you cannot do it. Let them, because one day they will see the version of you that their doubt helped create. And they will have no choice but to respect you. This is your moment. Stand up. Look life in the face and tell it, I am not done. I am not finished. I will not quit. Walk forward with every scar, every bruise, every lesson you have learned, and turn them into the reason you win. You were not born to stay down. You were born to rise again and again until nothing can hold you back. So rise today. Rise with fire. Rise with purpose. Rise with the certainty that no fall can stop you. This is your story, your fight, your victory. And when you rise this time, make sure the world never forgets it.